I really want to be an uplifter of others. And
well, you got to give that up. Because when you say to us, I want to be an uplifter of others, your undivided attention is upon the fact that they need it. And you can't get there from there. So when you say to us, I want to feel good most of the time, we say good, and then you will be an uplifter of others. Next. Isn't that interesting? Don't you love knowing that? Because you're not in the vortex when you're noticing what they need to be uplifted about. This business of service is really an interesting thing. You are teachers to the core of your being. We have never experienced a stronger feeling of uplifters who have gathered for a focused forum ever. You are uplifters to the very core of your being. We are wanting to say to you that what you are reaching for is alignment so that you then have the energy and the connection to the source of that which uplifts. But you got to understand, source energy has all of that going on. We hold all of that energy as well. But there's no assertion. We can't find someone who needs to be uplifted and just zap them with it. That's not the way that it works, you see. All we can do is maintain the vibration of it as consistently as we can until those who really want it find vibrational alignment with it. And then we just talk constantly about what it is that they've achieved so that they can know on a personal basis. Words don't teach. It's life experience that teaches. So we all are teaching through the clarity of our example, you see. So we know it is a wonderful thing, and we feel it deeply within you because you've been that way always. You don't remember a time in this physical personality that you didn't care deeply about what was going on with others. And we know that there were plenty of times, even today, that you feel hurt, deeply hurt by things not going well with others. But you can't empathize with their pain and be a vibrational match to their solution at the same time. In other words, it's one or the other, you see. You got to decide which part of their equation, because every subject is two subjects. So there are people who are in pain, who want to be uplifted, who have a solution that is already ripe within their vortex. Which part of their spectrum are you wanting to shine a light on, you see? Because you can't look at both ends of their stick at the same time.
I seem to do well for a while, and then I would lose sleep, right? Or I just...
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because you gain your balance, and you get into the vortex, and then the vortex carries you for a while, and then you focus on the problem, and you lose your connection. In other words, it's all about what you're focused upon. When you decide that you are going to uplift others and help them feel better about their problems, there's usually a pretty drastic imbalance, because when you're looking for problems, you're going to find them. You could flip that by saying, I'm looking for the upliftment point in the people with whom I'm interacting. I'm looking for the resonant point of uplifting them. Rather than trying to fix their problem, I want to meet them at their most allowing state and then inspire them to greater heights. But we have to say to you, and a lot of times uplifters, people who are really service-oriented, they don't like hearing this next thing from us. They accuse us of teaching selfishness. And we always admit it completely. We do. We teach ultimate selfishness. We want you to be so selfish that you insist on aligning with your true self. And in your aligning with your true self, you have all of these wonderful resources. Their inner being, your inner being, all vibrating right there, which makes it more likely for them to touch it and find it and feel it and know it if they are in the vicinity. But if they're not in the vicinity and you decide to be unselfish and you go try to meet them halfway, or you go try to find them where they are, then you lose your alignment, and that's what you were just describing. You get overwhelmed with it. Your desire is still strong. You're just not a match to your desire in that place. We've been saying to parents for a long while, when you lose your patience or you lose your connection and you're wanting to uplift your children, but you're just really out of the vortex, say to them, I've lost my connection. I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to go off to myself and realign with the good feeling person that I really am. And when I find it, I'll be back. And then do it. And your children will witness the disconnected you who left the room and the reconnected you who resumed. And that's the best thing in the world that you can give to anyone, as an example of how wonderful you feel in alignment as compared to how not wonderful you feel when you're out of alignment. That's what you're teaching. That's the only thing you've got to teach. You can't garner enough wellness or money. You can't gather enough alignment to then project it to anyone. All you can do is gather it and display the gathering of it and explain how you gathered it and how you maintain it and how good it feels. That's all you can do, is just be it, 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 be it. And those who are in the vicinity will find it too. That's what upliftment is. You know that nothing has been left undone. There isn't a subject that we have not addressed. And you know that to the beginning and ending of you, you have heard the answer that you are looking for. Yes? Would you agree with us that from where you sit right now, you are recognizing that it's easier than you've been making it out to be? Can you feel the resourcefulness of Source and its ever-ready availability to you? And are you accepting that it really is your work to come into the vicinity? And do you also realize that with every effort is not the best word, because effort usually implies pushing against something, but with every concentrated decision that you make to improve the way you feel, that you then have access to more resources and more resources? Do you like knowing that you are here to manifest? Do you like the physicality, the sensuality of your physical time-space reality? Don't you love the beauty of it, the color of it, the texture of it, the sound of it, the feel of it, the smell of it, the taste of it? Isn't this just a delicious place to be focused? And can't you feel that this creative palette is just beginning, that there's so much more deliciousness to be discovered, to be desired, to be understood, and then to be realized? And aren't you pretty hot on the idea of the incremental realizing of it? Doesn't it feel satisfying to you to feel yourself off and then feel yourself on? Don't you love that self-control? And aren't you always excited when that self-control then yields evidence of your true power? We can feel that you are enjoying the understanding of your true power. And we use the word power in the sense of love, the power of Source, the power of goodness, the power of well-being, because you can't wield that power against anything. You can't use power against anything without it backlashing. You can only use power for something. You only align with goodness. So we want to say to you that the power that exists, the only power that exists, is the power of goodness. And you have been contributors of it because you have helped define what it is that you want. And the larger part of you stands in the holding of all of that and calls you into alignment with it. We want to remind you, as we are bringing this gathering to an ending today, that the feeling of alignment is the greatest power that there is. The feeling of alignment is the greatest power that there is. But it doesn't end with the feeling. It will flesh out into more of the delicious things that you're wanting, and it will confirm itself to you endlessly. You are powerful creators who've had a lot of experience in manifestation. And it is our knowing, and it is our joyful acknowledgement that now that you understand who you really are, now that you understand, and you do, your emotions are guidance that let you know your relationship between what you're thinking right now and what the Source within you knows about the same subject. Now that you know how to easily move into simple and fast alignment with who you really are, the manifestations will start flooding in today as evidence that you have found your place. You found your place. We feel so much love and appreciation for your willingness not to just be here playing with us all around the world or in this room. It's not just this nowness that we adore you about. It's your willingness to be in this body at all. Your willingness to be out here on this leading edge of thought. Your willingness to explore and put into the vortex things for you to reap the benefit and reward of manifestation of now, or things that will be saved for generations to come who are less resistant to the idea. But we want to say to you, if this time-space reality has inspired within you a desire, this time-space reality and this nowness has the power and the willingness and the capacity to yield it to you fully now. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain eternally and blissfully, robustly and friskily in the vortex.